We're going to make coconut cake. So let's get started. Let's start first with a half a cup of butter. If you don't want to use butter, you can use margarine, but make sure it's been at room temperature and it's very soft. Next, let's add 1 cup of granulated sugar to the butter. And start to blend this. Now this recipe can be done by hand. It takes a little bit of work and a little bit of patience, but it comes out really good. Once you start blending the butter with the sugar, try to combine it as best as you can so it looks like this. And now add 3 large eggs. You want to beat them ahead of time, but just add a little bit of eggs at a time to mix with your butter and your sugar. So just a little at a time. And you want it to come up very fluffy, very pale yellow color. Now I'm adding the rest of my 3rd egg. And again, work the sides of your bowl. This is where your arm will get a little bit of a workout. But you want this to come out very fluffy and pale yellow. Like that. Now once you've done that, then you want to add 2 cups of shredded coconut, dry coconut, not fresh coconut. And a little at a time. The batter's going to become a bit thick at this point. It's going to start to smell terrific though. And blend all your coconut in your bowl. And work it from side to side. It's going to be kind of thick, so you got to use your arms, that's for sure. You can see what it looks like. Next, you have to use self-rising flour. If you use all-purpose alone, it will not rise. This cake will not come out. I'm not using self-rising, but I am using all-purpose, and this is how to make it self-rising flour. Put 1 cup of flour in and start to blend that into your batter. Again, it's going to become very thick, but it's going to be a nice pale lemon color. So a little at a time. I put the rest of my 1 cup of all-purpose flour in, but this is what you need to add to make it self-rising. 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. Put that in and start to work the sides of the bowl and work it into the batter. You're also going to need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This will make your all-purpose flour become self-rising flour. Next, you're going to put in 3/8 of sour cream into your batter. If you want to use whatever brand of sour cream that you like, this is going to start to make the batter a little bit thinner. And it will look like this. Mix it well and clean the sides of your bowl. And last, you're going to put 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice. And mix it well. Once you've done that, you're going to need, of course, a baking tray or pan. I'm going to use this 4-well cake pan tonight. The cakes come out a really nice size. They're just perfect for like 1 person or even for 2 people if you don't want to eat a lot of cake. Make sure though that you really use shortening and dust flour in them, because you don't want the cakes to, well, get stuck and not come out of your cake mold. And then we're going to fill the wells up about halfway. So you're going to get 4 of these cakes out of this recipe. So fill those about halfway. If you put a little too much on one side, just add it to the one that you need to fill. There we go. And we have 4 wells filled. And it's going to look like this. Now you're going to bake this at 350 degrees for about a half an hour. But start checking it after about 25 minutes with a cake tester or a toothpick. And if it comes out dry, then you know that the cake is thoroughly baked, because every oven sets up differently. Once they have baked, I went ahead and have a finished product for you. And here we go. We have coconut cake. I also took a little bit of powdered sugar with milk and put a glaze on it. If you don't want to put a glaze on it, they'll come out beautiful on their own. There we have coconut cake. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.